just a couple more minutes before we bring Dr. Williams up. And she's going to talk to us about our eyes, I think, mostly, and how they can be a key to understanding how well or how not well we are, spiritually, physically, emotionally. And I don't want to steal all her thunder, so why don't you come on up here. This is Dr. Williams. Now, where are you from originally? Kansas City, Missouri or Kansas?
Missouri.
Kansas
I'm
City,
from the Missouri, the Show Me State.
Show Me State,
That's
exactly.
right.
I'm going to let you have this umbrella because it is brutally hot in the sun. I don't want you fainting or anything up here.
Okay.
All right. Do you need both hands?
I may need to, you know what, I'm going to just see what I can do without it. If
I'll
it gets
be standing by. Just give me the high sign. I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Thank you
right.
so much. Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Peace and love. It's good to see you guys here. I always love coming out to the health affairs because it's so important. Like he said, I'm Dr. Nancy J. Williams. I am the owner and CEO visionary of First Fruit Natural Healing Home in Lithonia, Georgia. It's not too far from here. It's Interstate 20 and Evans Mill Road. And like Miss Regina said, she'll be coming into the facility next month, which is excellent because I love the services that she provides. But I am here to actually talk about success at detoxing and weight loss. Just to give you a little bit of background about myself, for almost 20 years I was an air traffic controller. And I enjoyed that, but you know, some stress came with that too. And so it started taking a toll on my body. And so really how First Fruit Natural Healing Home came about was because I actually set out to start healing my own vessel from sickness and disease, from depression, from just various things. And then I started realizing that it was not just a physical thing. It's, you know, it's a manifestation in the physical body, but it all stems from our spiritual, mental, and emotional body. Sickness is actually malnutrition, toxicity, and stress on the body. And at the time that I was air traffic controller, I had all of those things. So that's why sickness and disease was actually developing in my body. Well, once I set out to start healing my own vessel, it just has evolved. And of course, I left air traffic and opened up First Fruit Natural Healing Home. And I've been there for a little over 4.5 years now. We have 9 practitioners there, office manager and a personal assistant. So we have been growing and expanding. But really, I wanted to show you how sickness and disease really manifest and how our emotions and our mental and our spiritual actually play a part in that. Again, it does manifest in the physical, but the correlation is, say for instance, if a person has diabetes, then I know when they come in that they're not really enjoying the sweetness of life. They're not living the fullness of why they were created, walking in purpose. And if you notice, high blood pressure and diabetes go hand in hand. Well, high blood pressure is really, you know, there are pressures here. You know, our jobs, our family, everyday life. Well, high blood pressure is just not being able to handle some of those pressures of life. So high blood pressure, not being able to handle all the pressures of life. Diabetes, not living the sweetness of life. So can you see the correlation of how those two could go hand in hand? Even digestive problems. One of the things, as I was healing my own vessel, and God was really calling me to open up First Fruit Natural Healing Home because he had shown me visions of 3 of them, it was kind of hard to step away from security, money, health benefits, you know, being the controller and being there for almost 20 years. You know, he was asking me to leave and do something that was kind of new. I had been, you know, practicing on my coworkers out there, holistic approach to living and family and friends, but I wasn't thinking I was prepared to actually open up the first center. But when he was asking me to do that, a lot of times when people are asked to leave their job, it's really the digestive problems that you start developing. The colon has to do with digestive problems and releasing and letting go. So when there's different aspects in your life where you're not releasing and letting go, that's a lot of times why we develop that constipation. I see that all the time in my clients. That is because there's so many things in your life that are not being released and let go. And because of the economy that we live in, we just want to hang on to so much today, what we have. But if we understand that a lot of things that we have and a lot of things that we operate in are from the subconscious programming level that we were either taught when we were children, we were taught when our schools, our environments, from our parents, from our teachers. Well, those things did serve us when we were little, but they no longer serve us. Even that job that you may have started 10 years ago, you may have gotten the lessons that you needed to learn, and Spirit is trying to get you on to another direction and walk in more of a purpose for your life, but you don't want to leave that because of the security. But I'm telling you, leaving air traffic and doing what I do now is one of the most fulfilling things that I could ever do. I always say that there was a point in my life here physically that I've lived in hell, and now I live in heaven, and I'm not going back. So that's a thing of waking up every day and having freedom and actually seeing people's lives changed and transformed just by the things that we do holistically there at First Fruit Natural Healing Home. Well, what I want to do is actually show you the correlation between detoxing and weight loss, because they go hand in hand. Again, detoxing, it's a mental thing. Like if your mind is toxic, sometimes our minds, our life, if we got a lot of clutter in our life, it's toxic. So that's foremost. But then you have to clean out not just your colon, you got to clean out the organs, you got to purify the blood. And because some of the goals that we set for ourselves, even weight loss, we haven't done that, and what tends to happen is there's a mucus that builds up over our cell walls. And when that mucus builds up, then it prevents the nutrients from getting in, because if the body feels like it's getting the appropriate amount of nutrients, then it will start releasing the excessive fat. So it is detoxing so that happens, and then detoxing also releases all the toxins out of those organs. If you've not done it, you really need to do it every year. The best way to do it is the changing of the seasons, but sometimes people's lifestyles get in the way, and I tend to be very busy, but I do 3 months of just a total body detox. But then during the rest of the year, I'm actually doing detox teas. I'm doing detox foot baths, colonics. The biomat is a good detox way of detoxing the body. So these are all avenues that you need to incorporate, because again, disease is malnutrition, toxicity, and stress on the body. A client can come in with 10 different symptoms, and if I just detox their body, 8 of those symptoms are gone. That's how important it is. And then our nutrients. Our nutrients are just as important. Even if we're just drinking water, a lot of times we don't get enough water. Well, that helps with some of our detoxing too. So increasing that, getting quality foods and eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, cutting down on some of the meat. If you're a meat eater, I recommend vegetarian or vegan, but if you are a meat eater, there are some healthier choices that you can make, which is important. Again, the correlation between the detox and weight loss is also, we have these goals of losing weight. Well, if the body is out of balance, it will not do what you ask it to do. It will, like one of the checks that I do is a pH balance when a client comes in. If their body is in an acidic state, I know that's going to prevent us from reaching the goals as fast as we can, because the body needs to be in a slightly alkaline state. I also make sure that your body is digesting proteins, and that can be animal-based proteins or plant-based proteins, because if that filter system, which is one of our main filter systems along with the kidney and liver, is toxic, then it's not going to get the waste out, get the nutrients in, and then facilitate the weight loss that we need. The other thing is mindset. When it comes to losing weight, mindset plays a key role. If you're always sitting at the table and you're eating and you're always thinking, well, this is going to put weight on me, I know I can just see my hips expanding and this is happening, you are actually speaking that into existence. So you have to develop what I consider a healthy love for food. I still enjoy the foods that I like. I like chocolate. I occasionally like to have some pizza. I like to have those type of things. 99% of my diet, I do try to eat healthy, but I enjoy the things that I enjoy. And but my mindset is different. So even if I'm having a piece of chocolate, I'm thinking, oh, this is providing serotonin to my body. It's a good thing. So you have to change the mindset to how you look at food. That is so important because the body will follow the mind. So what I do is change mindsets, lifestyles. And this is what I do now, walking away from air traffic. I committed my life to actually helping people to transform their life. And it's so important that you do that. I mean, you don't want to get to the end of your life and have regrets, because that's just not a way to live and be at the end of this life, physical lifetime. One of the things that he had mentioned about the iridology is another one of the tests that I do. Iridology gives you a blueprint of your inner organs. It's written really on your feet, it's on your hands, it's on your eyes, it's on your ears, it's in many parts of your body. But what it does when I look at it, this is like the blueprint of it. And so if I'm looking in different areas, it will tell me about your lungs, it'll tell me about your colon, tells me about your kidney. And again, with weight loss, I need to know a little bit about your thyroid, if there's some degeneration happening there. Now, I don't diagnose disease, but I can tell even before disease sets in if there's degeneration that's leading to disease. So this gives me a blueprint of that. But then when I look at the eyes, this is what I see. I can see if there's this blue ring out here, I can tell there's excessive congestion in your body. I can tell if there's cholesterol forming, if you have inflammation, if you have the excessive toxicity in the body. And open and closed lesions are the lesions that actually appear in those organs that I'm looking into that tell me that degeneration is happening. But the beautiful thing about once I put you on a program, which includes the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical, once I put you on a program, this actually tells me the healing too. So it tells you where you are and where you're going. So it actually gives you healing fibers that actually start to show that in the eyes too. So it is a way that I go ahead and see what's happening. The other thing about weight loss is quality nutrients. You know, the body can tell if it's living foods or dead foods, and you cannot get any life from dead foods. And this is Kirtland photography. And with Kirtland photography, it actually shows living foods. This is raw cabbage on the right side here, and this is cooked cabbage on the left side. And your body knows the difference in this. And the reason this is important is because if you're feeding your body quality foods, then it will feel like it's full. It'll be releasing what it needs to release in a healthier amount of time. And you won't spend months and years trying to lose that weight because it knows the difference between quality and not quality. Because your body is made so beautifully. I mean, it just tells the story. And how I look at sickness and disease is it's just a way to say you need to change something. It's time to change something in your lifestyle that you're doing. And so that's all that I really do. I help you change your lifestyle. I'm committed to this. We are growing at First Fruit Natural Healing Home. We are extending our services, and I do have a booth here in the back. If you want to come and get more information, I'm available. I am going to be doing some mini iridology sessions over there as soon as I come down from here, and just to show you what it's about and what I can see. So come and join me over there. I will actually bring my cards back over, and if there's anything that I can do for you, or if there's any way that we can serve you at First Fruit Natural Healing Home, it would be an honor. You know, the clients that we see, we walk in purpose because they actually come, they have the transformation in their lives, and 99.9% of our clients are referrals. And so it's important to us that you live the life that you were created for, that you walk in purpose the way you were designed to walk in purpose, and help us to help you do that. Peace and love.